answer on that.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank the gentleman. Now recognize the gentlewoman from the Virgin Islands, Ms. Plaskett, for 5 minutes.
Yes, good morning, and thank you very much, Chairman and Ranking Member. Mr. Clancy, thank you so much for your time here. My questions really go along the same line, but a much more condensed time frame as my colleague, Mr. Mulvaney. And I wanted to really talk with you about allegations that are out there as opposed to facts. I have a real problem with people putting information out that is not substantiated by direct facts. So I wanted to talk about this anonymous email and some of the allegations that are in it. We understand that you received this anonymous email 5 days after the fact, correct?
That's correct.
And you're now very familiar with this, and it was given to this committee yesterday. And I wanted to walk you through some of the allegations that were in there to see what you have been able to ascertain as being factual as opposed to those which are not credible or you still do not have information about. In the email, it says at some point, an ATSAIC from WFO, George Ogilvy, and a PPD DSAIC, Mark McConnelly, drove through a crime scene tape. Now, I'm going to get back to that allegation of a crime scene tape specifically. But later on it says the officers at the scene said that they were both extremely intoxicated. They were coming home from Ed Donovan's retirement dinner. Were they in fact returning from a retirement dinner? Do you know that?
I know there was a retirement dinner that night. I don't know if they were coming from the retirement dinner.
You haven't been able to ascertain the list of the guests or individuals who were there?
I have not. I've stepped away from it for the OIG.
Okay. But the OIG is looking into that?
Yes, they are.
All right. And they apparently flipped on the lights of their GOVs to go around the roadblocks. What's a GOV?
It's a government-owned vehicle.
So they were in government vehicles coming back to the White House?
That's correct.
And they went, did they in fact go around the roadblock? What does that mean?
I don't know that. It would be an assumption on my part. I know that when they arrived at the gate on E Street and 15th Street, there was a barrel there that was placed there by our officers to secure the zone, and they did go through, they moved that barrel over.
Okay, well it says, the email says, apparently flipped on the lights. Does that mean, I've been an investigator and a prosecutor, apparently means that the person doesn't know themselves. What do you think? Do you believe that this individual who sent this email was in fact there at the scene?
I don't know that because I don't know if the lights were flicked on or not. Reading that, it sounds like it's secondhand information, but that would be an assumption on my part.
That's what I get out of it. And that the agents nudged the barrel as opposed to, we have heard nudged, we've heard crashed. Which one was it?
It was more of a nudge. It was on the right side of the bumper that was moved.
And why would you call it a nudge as opposed to a crash?
Because the barrel didn't cross over. It wasn't. It was more of a purposeful move. It wasn't losing control of a vehicle. It was a very delicate movement of the barrel with the vehicle.
How fast were they going?
About 1 to 2 miles an hour.
So to crash something would probably require a much greater speed.
Yes, the barrel would have been tipped over.
Okay. Now, I want to talk about a specific time period. We have, and you tell me if I'm correct with these times, at 10:24, the suspect drives up, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And then at 10:30, the Joint Operations Center notifies the Metropolitan Police Department.
Yes, that's correct.
10:32, they report the uniform division reports the incident to that Joint Operating Center. Right? 10:32?
Yeah, I don't have the timeline in front of me, but yes.
And then at 10:47, a notification message goes out. Right? At 10.
According to your timeline, yes.
Okay. No, at 10:47, the POC sends a notification message regarding the suspicious package.
Yes.
And then at 11:12, the PIC issues the first of 2 notification alerts regarding the suspicious package.
Yes.
Okay, what is the difference between the one at 10:47, a notification message, and the 11:12, the notification alerts?
11:12. The alerts should be the same. They're both, they're both protective alerts to alert the director staff that there is a suspicious package or there's an incident at the White House or whatever the incident is. So they are updates to the original alert.
Okay, and when did the officers arrive on the scene?
Metropolitan arrived.
No, the two officers in question.
The two officers in question arrived at
10:58.
10:58.
10:58.
Yeah.
So they didn't know that there was a scene there, did they? At 11:12, when the notifications went out?
They should have. They would have received the notification. Typically, senior staff would receive these notifications, so they should know. And the assumption is they saw the barrels there, and they should know.
But based on the emails, was there crime scene tape? Was there any notification? Was there anything there that would have let them know that this was a scene, crime scene?
From the video that I looked at, when the committee has looked at, I don't remember seeing any crime tape or any tape. There may have been some out there, but I didn't see it in the video that I saw.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chairman, for your indulgence with the time. It just appears that this anonymous email does not necessarily comport with the information that we have in fact.
That's why we need to see the tapes. We'll now recognize the gentleman from Georgia, Mr. Heiss, for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.